Nice, Chris.
Well, um, I I think I like this movie, but I got a big fundamental problem with it. I mean, it's just it's David Cronenberg's version of
Mhm.
of a famous fairy
Kinda,
tale,
yeah.
right?
I have a
And the
response.
second she squeezed the zit, I was like,
Keep
John's
going.
not going to make it. John's. I said,
No,
John, did you make it
actually,
all the
I,
way to the
I
end?
ran out of time and I did watch some of this, but I didn't get
Oh,
through it all.
Wait,
okay.
hold on. Wait, follow-up
My
question for
big
John.
okay. So I
John,
see.
have you ever read the original Grimm's version of Cinderella?
No, I have not.
Okay, carry on.
I know what that was about.
Well, neither have I. But I do like fucked up movies. But the problem I have with this movie, and it really crystallized for
Mhm.
me when I was thinking about how
I
everybody's
thought
comparing
it
this
was
movie
Substance.
to
Really?
Substance.
I've
Yeah,
not seen.
everybody's
I'm
comparing
not
this to
seeing the
Substance.
connection.
The problem I have
Well,
with this movie is,
the main obviously the
oh, I
obvious
totally see the
connection
connection.
is the
100%
the
see the
weird
connection.
beauty standards.
Yeah, yeah.
The
The pressure
criticism
to be
of
beautiful, the pressure to be
Right.
objectified by men successfully.
correct.
Right. So the difference
It came
is
up.
bad things happen
Mhm.
to people in the substance, but everybody in the substance has agency.
Mhm.
Demi
Over
Moore
and
makes
over
the
again.
choices
Uh-huh.
that get her in all that trouble, and this girl doesn't really have a lot of agency. A lot of the
Right.
shit that happens to her is done to her.
And the one time she
And
tries to do
I
something
mean,
to
the beginning
herself,
of the movie,
she
I
fucks it
got
up.
right. And so there's a part where I'm like, I'm just watching this character, as flawed as she might be, but I still feel like she's a fucking victim. And after a while, it's like, oh God, like she's getting the crap kicked out of her, like scene after scene, and
Hmm.
it kind of bummed me out. As much as I like a lot of the things about this movie, the music's not one of them, by the way. Kept drawing attention to itself in all the wrong ways, but I just started to really feel sorry for this character, not in the way like I
Hmm.
feel sorry for Jeff Goldblum at the end of The Fly. I felt like this movie
Well,
was
Yeah,
just maybe getting a
yeah.
little cruel by the end, and
it,
yeah, it's just a bummer.
yeah,
It
and
kind of
also
keeps
it's
me from being
about her
100%
making
all the way
or
up.
having bad choices made for her. That
Hmm.
at that point she's kind of
Yes.
just not. She's nice,
Mhm.
round faced girl with braces on, beginning of this thing, and she wasn't hideous. It's just like, but the thing is, it was being set on a path to get the prince.
But it also
It was,
shows you there's a tiny bit of a study in here to what becoming like beautiful can sort of do to your personality. There's like a little bit of because she does change a bit, right? I mean,
right.
she does willfully take the tapeworm. She does,
Oh
she does
boy,
a few things.
that was rough, man.
Okay,
She
I
does a
didn't
few
see her take
things
the tapeworm.
Which part of
Yeah.
that?
Oh, I think more
Oh
the
yeah,
ending
yeah.
when
is
when
I
when
did.
when, when
I
the
did
tapeworm
fast
came
forward
out.
to the ending right before the show to see her throw the tapeworm up. So.
Whew.
Yeah, but the movie has already established that the reason she is working so hard and has so much pressure to go through all this
I
shit is
know.
because she's got to
That's
Yeah.
save
right.
the
Yeah,
And
that's
family
that's
right.
by
the thing.
marrying
Well,
a
that
rich
is
guy.
that.
Yeah, really, her mom is the
Whereas
villain.
in the substance,
Oh,
she
her mom is
chooses
absolutely-
everything.
Her
In the
mom's
substance,
a
she
fucking
chooses
villain.
everything that she does to herself,
Yeah.
and she's only doing it for ego.
Correct.
Right.
This woman
She's
Yeah.
do,
is
she's
doing
not she's
things
only
to
doing it for
her.
ego in the substance, and then this, yeah, as Chris points
But
out, there's
I don't
this
know how you guys
familial
felt about
pressure.
I don't know how you guys felt about this, but what I thought this movie did really well, and I haven't read the original one that Tad's talking about, probably the real, the original sort of is always kind
real
of
deal.
darker.
This
Yeah,
is really close to that. This movie.
I'm sure it is,
Mm.
and
Well,
maybe I don't know.
in the end,
But I was impressed with how they presented, not having seen this and only seeing like a Disney version of this.
Mhm.
They presented this girl,
Sure.
our sort of protagonist, as Cinderella, I thought, but it's actually the pretty girl who becomes kind of the enslaved, who actually is Cinderella and who's treated like shit, and then she comes around to win it. I
well,
thought that was very
that's
clever.
exactly the story, the original Cinderella story. That she's the stepsister who they just abuse all the time. Who's the thing is,
But I'm saying when they first arrive,
Mhm.
the blonde the actual Cinderella,
Mhm.
I didn't realize was going to be Cinderella. I thought, oh, she's going to be the evil stepsister because she's the rich one, she's the pretty
Really?
one,
Mm.
You
and
didn't
here's
see
this young girl who's ugly, so to speak, who is going to be. I thought
You
they
didn't
Jared
figure
on
it out.
this
That was,
one.
I thought instantly.
no, not the
Oh.
first. So when they switched that, I said, "Oh, that's clever."
Not
And
that,
maybe
no.
I haven't.
I
Maybe
would
that is
never-
the
Because
original story.
I did read it and realized that
Well,
when the family got
and
all
now it
fucked up,
lines up.
that the Cinderella was going to be person who cleans out all the fireplaces, hence the nickname.
Yeah,
And,
right.
However, I think they're doing something very interesting with our protagonist, who is this kind of plain looking girl who wants to kind of get ahead in life and save her family, and there has flashes of sympathy here and there for her, but she is so naturally beautiful that it's
I
almost
know, it's
like they
crazy.
keep going back and forth with these two, and you see her. It's like your response to how faces look on screen affects the kind of the moral universe of this film. And I don't think she's ever trying to be mean or evil, but she does say at one point, "I'm going to that goddamn ball." But
Yeah,
that's
you're
about
right.
it.
She's never, and I've never
Well,
seen
she's
a
pretty
movie.
mean to her because she says, you've made yourself comfortable here, and you wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for my
That's
dad's money.
true.
She's pretty nasty.
Well,
Exactly.
just at first, yeah, a little bit.
the
Now, I
beginning,
wouldn't
real
say
nasty.
real, but yeah, but I haven't seen a film in a long time, or maybe ever, that does a transformation of a character. We're back to the other girl now,
Mhm.
the main girl, to where what a movie wants to do is present her physically looking one way at the first half of the picture, and then the second half of the picture really transform her into quote unquote what a beautiful woman would look, is supposed to look like.
The one the prince chooses for the
Right.
dance.
And I really thought, wow, the filmmakers, the makeup department, this actress, they all did a superb
They
job
did.
of actually making her look like a sort of quote unquote
Making her look
conventional
ugly and
beautiful
beautiful.
No,
woman.
I'll second
Yeah.
that. Right near when the shit hit the fan, she actually looked pretty good. When she was going to the ball,
I mean, it was all fake, but she was gorgeous.
yeah. It
Like
actually
from whatever, from a distance.
and she
or from
got
a-
really, really close. Mhm.
But not like
No.
Hollywood gorgeous.
No, but like
No.
Not
not
Hollywood
well,
gorgeous.
not like Scott brought up the blonde, the real
Yeah.
Cinderella. I mean, she just has.
Yeah.
She's
I don't even think the blonde is
unequivocally
Hollywood
beautiful. I mean,
gorgeous.
she's just got that bone structure and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
John, trust me on this one. There was a scene
Yeah.
involving a fish hook that
Yeah, I
you
missed
would
that
not
You're talking
have
about
made
the
it.
eye, the eyelids,
Yeah,
the eyelids.
They use what appears to be
Oh.
like a giant fucking fish hook to.
Let's just say that
attach
back then
missed
they didn't
to her
glue
actual
eyelashes on people. That's pretty
And
gross.
that gives a lot of
But
close-ups.
Cyanoacrylate didn't exist back then.
Also, another thing about this is you think about Cinderella
Yeah.
and the ugly stepsister. I can't remember the character's name, but at the end, Cinderella gets, just like the fairy tale, supernatural assistance.
Yes,
And
yes.
so-
I love
talk about-
that's my favorite scene in the movie.
Really?
My favorite scene in the movie
mom comes back.
is when her mom comes back
Mhm.
and the fucking the silkworms
Yeah.
come off of her dad's head and create
was
the
cool.
dress.
Right.
And
Ooh,
then
I missed that.
That part was
and then her
really
mom
cool. That
hands
part
her
was
the
really cool.
slippers to
Mhm.
go with it, and I was just like, okay, because most of the movie, I was sitting there doing the Jeff Goldblum thing of you scientists were too busy worrying about if you could to worry about if you should.
Yeah.
Because what I think somebody should do is make the actual David Cronenberg version of the actual Grimm story,
Mhm.
where they are actually all doing this to themselves. Like it's
Mhm.
not this like
Victim.
top down thing
Yeah.
from the
Mhm.
mom.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, they put a different character, or they put a different narrative here where they, like you said, John, they needed the money. They were poor.
Right.
Yeah, and in
Like,
the Grimm,
I mean, they
it's-
had.
well, and I'm okay with that
Yeah.
too. Like that's fine.
Mhm.
The character motivations in this movie I think are fine.
Mhm.
It's just that the original fairy tale has a lot of body horror in it.
Yes.
But
Right.
it is also a level abstracted downwards from the Disney one,
Right.
where magic is less real.
Mhm.
Like magic exists, but it's less real.
There's so much
there's no carriage with the mice turning into horses and
right. Yeah,
It's
none of that.
implied, though. It's implied.
It
It's
is kind of
implied.
implied.
You see a pumpkin.
Yeah.
But there's two aspects of this film that really struck me. One is I think it's damn funny. I mean, this is
It is. Oh, okay.
It is a
it's-
decent satire.
It is.
Yes,
It actually. There's some points that are quite hilarious in this film.
it's extremely funny. And the other thing is, I think the set design, the production design, the costumes, and the cinematography is so
looks
fucking
fantastic.
amazing to the point of, like, for instance, if you guys remember the opening credit sequence after the father keels over at dinner.
The incredibly late title card.
Yeah, the incredibly late title card. But what they're showing you
Really
is
late title card.
they've created a still life painting, a fucking huge table long, and they're doing a dolly shot across it.
Right.
And it's just the most. It looks like every beautiful, like, still life that you see in a museum. I mean, they lit it. They dressed it. It's so beautiful.
But there's a
and amazing.
dead guy in the middle of
Yes,
it.
there's a dead guy in the middle of it.
Gets you to the first scene in RoboCop where he just keeps Ed 209 keeps shooting the guy on the table, and it's like the longer that goes on, the funnier it gets.
It's true. And
Like,
it just makes hamburger
funnier
meat.
yet.
It's fucking gross.
But yeah, but you know what? Weirdly enough, I'm gonna disagree with you. The thing is, I was like, oh, it looks pretty nice. You know, it's a period piece. It's got nice set designs. It's got some good effects, but they all do. Then I watched the other film, which I'll not comment on directly. It makes this thing look like shit, if you ask me. I think
Well, it's a
this
different
film,
style.
This film is kind of murky and it's kind of soft focusy. It looked like it was made about 30 years ago. And
I think they're okay with that.
I think the night scenes, especially the part where she's having sex with Leakus or whatever his name is in the barn.
The horse boy or the horse saddle boy.
I think a lot of those look like fucking leftover scenes from Are You Afraid of the Dark?
yeah.
Like it
I thought it was impeccable. Everything, every shot.
I think a lot of the stuff that's in the sort of like half light that they do is really good. But I think every time it gets a little bit too dark, I feel like I start to see JPEG artifacting. Even though I don't necessarily
Who knows?
see it, but like I feel like I see that a little bit on the outside.
But that's typically a streaming thing.
We have
That's
we have
typically
we have
No. I don't mean that I actually physically saw that. It just to me looks like one of those things where that
Come on, Chris, back me up here.
murky.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought the other movie
I thought it looked good.
it compares poorly compared to the other film that we're going to talk about.
The other film, to be fair, had
And it
way
occurred to me,
higher
bigger budget.
budget.
It occurred to me during that scene you guys were talking about, that tableau
bigger
with the
budget.
dead father and that I was just watching it going, as the credits were playing over that, I was like, I hate this color grade. It just looks like they put like a sort of a blood-colored
Yeah,
filter.
I thought I was looking at. I thought I was looking at. I don't know.
I guess it's supposed to be like the varnish on an old painting, right?
It's supposed to look
Rembrandt,
like a Rembrandt or something.
Yeah.
It was just like amazing.
I know. I thought it just kind of made everything look a little bit gross, and I guess
I think they wanted to look
that's
a little
appropriate for this film. I'll give you that.
It might all be intentional. Part of the plan.
It's part of the plan.
I
Exactly.
actually really hated the pink color that they used for the text.
It makes you a little queasy, doesn't it?
Yeah,
it reminded me of Drive.
A little overstuffed.
Now, because it didn't contrast well, in my opinion. It didn't contrast well with the background. Like it stood out a little too much.
I mean, I knew what I was. The very first shot is the carriage being the horses, and it's like a pink red light in a forest. I knew exactly what I was in for the first shot because that is so unnatural, right? It was like this hue just like spitting through the trees, and I thought, okay, this is style. This whole fucking thing is going to be style.
But I just don't
and
think
they delivered.
I just don't think the part where it's like 3 full moons later and it's in that font with the pink coloring looks good. Like it's just like
yeah, well,
I also imagine that this is probably John.
Oh, Chris.
John didn't see the end of it, but it actually it managed a happy ending. Weirdly enough,
Quentin Tarantino's.
It does have a happy ending.
I did fast forward to the end, and they got on the horse.
They got on the horse and got the fuck out of. Got the hell out of Dodge, man.
It seemed like an upending after all the
jewelry while she was.
But the scene behind Chris, though, oh my god!
Oh Lord!
But
All the
John, so
toes
fine.
on the
So you
floor.
what I
Oh
the
God.
movie the part about this movie that sort of swung me back around to the thumbs up is
Realizing I was going to hate it.
at all parts. Well, no, I thought you would tap out because it got
I
really
saw the
gross a
nose
couple
get
times, but
broken.
you skipped it all.
Oh man.
No, but realizing that the other sister
Yeah,
sister is the smartest
redhead.
one in this whole fucking movie. The redhead is the only one who figures out how to get.
She's like a pre-goth
Well,
too,
specifically in One Piece.
Yeah.
She is smart though.
Literally.
Well, yeah, sure, but
and she loves her or she loves her sister.
She's not. And there's that scene where you realize she's had her first period, but she hides it from her fucking mother because she doesn't want
all
that other shit to happen to her too. And that, like, there were things.
And the mother also was a huge.
Like I said, my biggest problem is
oh my God, this terrible one.
Yeah, well, I just, like I said, what turned this movie I thought stuck the landing, but I just kind of got weary of watching the primary protagonist basically without agency, bad thing after bad thing after bad thing after bad thing.
Yeah, there's a
this movie has
but I think
very,
it's also
very
doing
cool
it
core.
in a lighthearted manner. And what I mean is, even from the outset, which is taking it from Cinderella, right? Taking this beloved sort of Disney. I mean, it's not, but that's how a lot of people know it, though.
No, Jared, I agree. I have a, we all have little things that we sort of like trigger off of and immediately sort of turn us sour on a movie. Mine happens to be cruelty. I don't want, if the movie starts to get cruel, it's like, I don't like a lot of those, torture.
Well, those are also just bad movies.
Okay, that's just exactly. Well, but when I feel like the movie is just kicking characters when they're already down, I start to sour on it. And this, as much as I liked all kinds of other things about this movie, that was the one thing that kind of stuck with me.
Right. I'll take your point, but I guess for me, I didn't feel that only because I didn't think this was a reality. Do you know what I mean? So
it's still a bit of a fairy tale. Yeah,
couldn't take it that seriously.
Right. I just thought, oh, this is a funny take. It's a dark, funny take on this story, and incidentally, all women behind the camera on this thing.
Wow.
No, and I think that's in the same way that what's her name did The Substance. I think that's what makes the stuff that work really well. And I think
I loved The Substance too, but I came out of this. I'll tell you something. I enjoyed this more. I don't know why.
Oh, okay. I'm the opposite. I know this one is like talking about being cruel to your main character, and the thing is, the cruelties again, some are self-imposed, some are just because of family pressure to get where she wants to go. But it's all just a wonderful tightening of the bow. It's just like
that's true.
When she's getting near the end, her hair is falling out. She's got a tapeworm, you can hear, and all this stuff. She just wants to get the ball and catch the eye. And she was so fucking close. And the reveal, the thing that finally broke the string, was when she got dipped and looked at Cinderella upside down.
Yeah,
and that was brilliant.
But back to the way they did the tapeworm, Chris. Not only that, but you think it's over. Like it's like a two-parter, right? It's like you're like, okay, they pulled out so much. You're like, okay, it's done, and you don't even know that the thick part. It's like that's coming next, and you're like, what the fuck?
Most people.
We watched that part. We fast forward. We got to that.
We did see that. Yes.
Most people don't know how long the human intestines are.
Yeah. That's exactly what I thought of, Tad. I'm like, because there's so much, it's so coiled up in there that it's like the length of a fucking football field.
I looked it up after I watched the movie. They can get to 30 or 40 feet long.
Yeah.
It's like, god damn. All right, well,
when my mom was growing up, they had a dog who got a tapeworm, and they had to do the putting the milk outside of its mouth so it would crawl out.
Oh.
And she said it was 16 or 17 feet long.
Oh, that's so gross.
Pull it all out.
Oh, is that true? So they were attracted to the milk, huh? They come out.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that's kind of fun, but still, ugh. All right. Anyway,
it didn't bother me. I don't remember it.
Jim's not here, so I guess we can just go ahead and Oh yeah,
Wait,
probably.
Well, I think he wants to talk about the story.
I said the thing that I wanted to say, which is like I wish this was an actual version of the Grimm's fairy tale, which has a bunch of body horror in it.
Yeah,
Like
it's like they touched on it, but they didn't do it all
right.
the way.
They kind of like they dip down like an osprey getting fish out of the ocean.
They dipped some cut off toes in it, and
right. They don't actually go into the water.
Right.
That toe scene was fuck.
We did not see that. I saw a still. Is it in the poster, or is there's a still? And
it's a better exposed version of this.
She basically
yes, it's that, but it's like a poster.
It goes on so
really,
long, and you're like,
really,
and it's so
long
gross. And there's at one point there's an extreme close up of it, and they pull back, and the toes are just open.
And then there's just toes on the floor.
And then there's just toes on the floor.
Yeah. And it didn't work. So what the hell, right?
And it didn't work because she still couldn't. Well, the funny thing, that's why I was laughing so hard. I'm like, you literally cut them off at night. The prince comes the next morning, and you think,
what do you think is going to happen?
Yeah, it's all bandaged up. You can't fit it in a fucking shoe, like.
Which is why it was over when she saw the.
Again, go ahead. This movie has convinced this poor person that she has to get the prince to save the fucking family.
Right.
I felt bad.
Okay, well, I know.
You should. She's the protagonist.
Hey, she tried. She failed. Cinderella had the juice, man.
No, I know, but think about think about the movie we watched on this show, Carrie. Also, no real agency in that movie. It gets the shit kicked out of her for 3/4 the running time, but then
when she has
everybody
pays into a monster.
That's the thing. And it ends badly for her too. But the thing is, I think.
But on people who deserve it.
By bringing up Carrie,
but not everyone in that gym deserved that.
But also,
some people were just going to the fucking prom, dude.
She gets at the end of the movie,
they burned alive.
She gets to leave. Like that's it. She leaves.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to say, Chris, that's actually a good analogy of Carrie in this. And it's like, in terms of like punishment at the end, though, we are a little different. And of course, the substance is also different. But the bad guys basically just get sprayed with blood, but that's a different kind of. So you can wash it off, I guess.
Well,
but,
Cinderella's going to be punished in this movie too, because she's going to have to live the rest of her life with that piece of shit.
Yeah, all the men are just
comfortably. She could probably take lovers. It'll be fine.
I did every time
that man would absolutely kill her.
Yeah.
All the men are awful, but every guy that came over to fix her up, like the doctor, and then the guy who had like the wigs and the dresses, and they're terrible. But the guys that actually came over to the house to like help, they're awful. But they made me laugh. It was so funny. Like their characters were so funny.
The stable boy seems like a perfectly good person.
Yeah, actually, he was a good guy. He
happens? He gets punished for fucking someone who wanted them to fuck him.
Yeah. Also, and I said Cinderella has an active sex life. That's good. You know, she doesn't seeing her as this virginal like Disney character. Yeah, it's kind of healthy. You know. All right. Well, anyway, okay. Now we're doing thumbs.
Oh, I fucking love this movie.
I was entertained.
I despised the substance, and so I like it better than the substance.
Oh yay! Me too, kind of.
I'm rating the parts I saw. I got the gist.